Doctor Who, how the show's future just got even more interesting. Okay, that's a new article, so we'll go for that one. And this one. Okay, this isn't like, it's all over. What can you do? Doctor Who, Billie Piper's the new Doctor for now, so deal with it. She's not the Doctor. She's not the Doctor. No. And look, the chance of her coming back as a Doctor is infinitesimal. Right? At first, is Russell Davies coming back? I think that's a low chance. He seems to have very much moved on and shut up, frankly. Right? I think it's a very, very low chance he's coming back. Right? Who else would want to continue that storyline? Right? No, you're going to have to start over at this point. Right? Yeah. So, look, Billie Piper, no, she's not coming back. How long ago was it already that season 2 of the Disney Plus era Doctor Who ended? May 31st, a whole 3 months now, and fans are still wringing their hands over shooting out. We're regenerating into Billie Piper. No, we're just saying it was obviously desperate shit. We're not wringing our hands, right? We're saying it was obviously desperate shit. Archer Connor, yeah, I know. Look, I'm catching up from being off yesterday and the day before. Yeah, we're not wringing our hands. We're just saying it was sad. It was sad that this is what Doctor Who had come to, right? And we all had predicted it happening. Frankly, it took this long was surprising, right? So we're not wringing our hands. We're just saying, yeah, that's about what you would expect. Is a total fake out with some ridiculous, convoluted technobabble nonsense explanation for her showing up? Is Russell Davies just trolling her? He doesn't know. It was hell, man. He had no idea what to do. He had failed. He had failed more than any producer, I think, had failed. Like what a failure. Not trolling. He just didn't know what to do. She was supposed to run around. She was supposed to pique interest until the show returned. Then she'll run around for about a scene, twiddling knobs in the TARDIS, and then regenerate into, whatever terrible decision would be, play the Doctor. Right? That was their plan. And they're still trying to get Disney to come back on board. I mean, fuck me, really? Wait. Is she really the total Rossi trolling everyone? Almost certainly the latter, and he certainly knew fans would freak the hell out endlessly and argue and speculate about it. No, we don't give a shit. Doctor's dead. And almost certainly rubbing his hands with glee at the fan angst. There is no fan angst. What are you talking about? Since the more fan chatter and arguments are online, that keeps Doctor Who alive. No one's talking about this. There's no interest. Fan freak out. No, nobody cares. Great for any business that involves a popular franchise. If fans can bring their heads around the idea that Billie Piper, who played Rose, the most beloved of the modern era companion. And look, Billie Piper is so... I was thinking about this earlier. Why is Billie Piper... why was she so good at Rose? And why is she basically still beloved by the British public? Because she brings out to every role that she plays, which is she seems like a fun person, a nice person that you'd like to hang out with. I would like to hang out with Rose, right? I would like. She's a bit stroppy, but yeah, that's a fun time hanging out with Rose. I'm sorry, right? Whatever character, Secret Diary of a Cool Girl, seems like a fun person. And they keep trying to find an explanation why she can't be the new Doctor. How she could possibly be the new Doctor. Nobody gives a fuck. What planet are you living on? Literally nobody cares. They went, jump the shark. Right? That's what happened. How she could be the new Doctor when the explanation is very obvious and staring at his face all along. Billie Piper admitted that the regeneration scene wasn't planned in advance, but a late addition. Filmed in secret in late February when they snuck her into the studio and shot her in front of a green screen. Russell T. Davies decided at the last moment while the second season was gearing up for the premiere. What did he plan? We don't. He planned that it was going to crash and burn, right? Yeah, he knew how unlikely it was to for it to come out of his death spiral. And it seems unlikely that he would have had an inkling of a plan. It's a bit sensationalist, a bit of showmanship, and a bit of gimmick. No, it's shit. It's shit and a sign of failure. That's why you're having trouble processing it, because he failed essentially because you are wrong, right? You're both wrong in the same way. You said people love the queer Doctor Who, and no one did. No one's looking to progress. No one's woke. It's just you weirdos, right? Trump's winning in every way, shape, and form, right? Culturally, politically, he's just winning. And the more you fight against it, the more sadder you look, right? How does it make sense? Yes, there's a economic theme, blah 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 blah. No one cares. Doctor Regeneration born of joy and love and clickbait. No, just a clickbait. There's no joy and love unless you're saying failure and being fired. The clues were there for the moments before the regeneration. The Doctor was encouraged to see his regeneration, not as a death or continuation, to be greeted with joy. Oh, yes. Warm splatterings of joy over my face and the chest. Oh, so much joy. Him being the Doctor has been an absolute joy. Not for us, mate. Me, not for us. A bit of a meta reference to Gatwa's own performance. Yeah, listen. Matt Smith did it before and did it better, frankly. Here, 1 second. Let me see if I can pull this up. Doctor Who, Matt Smith, regeneration. And again, look, this era is not overwhelmingly loved, but I mean, the generation was very good. Why? Because Matt Smith's a better actor. He was, apt for the role, right?
Sorry, I'm a bit slow. May not be at my best right now.
I'm going to whiz forward because it takes forever. He gets a new regeneration.
Regeneration are known. You have expended all your lives.
Sorry? What did you say? Did you mention the rules? No.
Oh, yeah, it was in the TARDIS we had his final speech. And no. Where was it? That's annoying. Pulled up the wrong one, obviously. There you go. Oh, this must be it. Yeah, don't get me wrong. Love a bit of Matt Smith, but that's not the bit of Smith I wanted to love. Loving it up.
Hello.
You're young again. You're okay. You didn't even change your face.
Started. I can't stop it now. This is just the reset. Whole new regeneration cycle. Ooh. Taking a bit longer.
I forgot about fist custard there.
Just breaking it in. Oh. Oh. Ah. It all just disappears, doesn't it? Everything you are gone in a moment, like breath on a mirror. Any moment now, he's a-coming.
Yeah, I this quality of this writing, and Moffat got so much shit. I'm sorry, right? What is it? It's just like breath on a mirror. I mean, what a brilliant analogy.
Who's coming?
The Doctor.
You are the Doctor.
Yep. And I always will be. But times change, and so must I.
Oh, I wish that wasn't the case, Matt. I wish that wasn't the case.
Amelia.
Who's Amelia?
The first face this face saw.
Yeah, Moffat can write a good regeneration. I'm sorry. I mean, like, here, this one and Capaldi were perfect.
We all change. When you think about it, we are all different people, all through our lives. And that's okay, that's good. You've got to keep moving so long as you remember all the people that you used to be. I will not forget one line of this.
Right, this is basically a bit of the shoot he said, but he said it better.
Not one day, I swear.
And you know what? I believe Matt Smith.
I will always remember when the doctor was me.
And they're both wearing wigs in the scene.
Raggedy Man. Good night.
I'm sorry, I'm just engrossed. I really am.
No.
Oh, man, this is when Doctor Who was awesome.
Please don't change.
Kidneys! I've got new kidneys! I don't like the colour.
Off your kidneys. What's happening?
What problem the catching? Oh!
It's a what?
Stay calm. Just one question. Do you happen to know how to fly this thing?
Now, admittedly, the next episode was kind of shit. But it was better than, oh, hello! I mean, really? Anyway, that's how regeneration's done right, okay? Who wouldn't want to see it back? When was lovely, important era. It was right. The Doctor was encouraged to see his regeneration as a continuation. Absolute joy. As Cat was hoping for, but he was awful. He'd already forgotten. He'd already left. Then he regenerated Billy Piper. Regeneration are fraught with emotion, and this one was born from love and joy. Oh, fuck you! You have no idea what love or joy is. Fuck, wait. He really doesn't, right? He has no idea what love or joy is. So far, where we're up to. But I love and joy. Oh, God. Why wouldn't the Doctor perhaps subconsciously take on the face of the companion who brought him love, brought him joy? It is one of his darkest periods of his life. You are fucking kidding me. You're trying to shoehorn that in? No. It's Rusty Davis fucked up royally. He fucked Doctor Who in the arse and it was left bleeding out of his arse on the side of the street. By the time it was done, he tried to put a Band-Aid on it with Billy Piper to keep it alive till it got to hospital and failed. Right? It was an absolute and complete failure. You are wrong. Your whole world view is wrong and bullshit and has been all the fucking time. Rosamund, most beloved character, who wouldn't want to see her back, and why should she get to be the new Doctor? Because she's a fucking chick, you fucking moron. How's that? When's that ever worked out well? Right? Oh, we're going to cast Adolf Hitler as the Doctor. Really? Yeah, never been done before. But, I just don't think it's no, it's never been done. Why can't Adolf Hitler be the Doctor? Because he's Adolf fucking Hitler. And she's Billy fucking Piper. I'm not equating the two, but, like, come on. We want to see if why would he get to be the new Doctor? Has everyone forgotten she already played the mysterious sentient cosmic time bomb called the Moment in the 5th anniversary of Death? Yes, I know. The Moment had a different personality from Rose. All-knowing, funny, cheeky, flirtatious, and compassionate. It was a bomb that actually tried to convince everyone to switch off and not to bullshit. Any hint of Billy Piper might play the Doctor is already in the story. Who wouldn't want to see Billy Piper as commanding, funny, and steely court? And that's what it. No, I don't want to see her as a Doctor. You fuckwit. And you thinking that was a viable, good idea is exactly why Doctor Who is absolutely on its arse now. Right? 100% it's on its arse. What Rusty Davis, what Rusty fan baiting? Absolutely, but pop culture is all. Okay, I can't leave it alone. I can't. So then this got updated. How the show futures just got even more interesting. This is from 2 days ago. And this was from when? Also 2 days ago. Yeah, which is first? 7:37. Hello. Okay, this is a bit later. Fine. It's August 2nd, 2025. The future of Doctor Who has just got a whole lot more interesting. A little less than a month ago, we spotted how July 31st was the date that fans could shove on their radar. That's when the 2025 to 2022 Doctor Who, whatever, the Jodie Whittaker approximation of Doctor Who, which was a poor one, depart from HBO Max. I didn't know they had Torchwood and Sarah Jane Adventures as well. And precisely what happened with Doctor Who no longer available on streaming service, leaving our whole folks twisting in the wind. Okay, but the global streaming rights could now in play could be an interesting endgame regarding the show's return. The only thing studio and streamers love more are hit shows that come with previous seasons. Well, that is true. Again, you would have to just bypass the whole Ross Lee Davis era. We know that Disney has the streaming rights for the recent specials for recent 2 seasons. The House Mouse quietly waiting on HBO deal Mac to expire to make any moves. Okay, and now that back catalog pay. Yeah, this isn't any new news. Listen, you want 2 back out. You want the classic and the new era. Right? If you do that, that's really, really attractive to any streaming service. Genuinely, it is. Because the classic probably gets more views than the new era, right? The format is proven. So we've got streaming rights to Netflix with Amazon Prime reportedly being the 2 contenders. The format having proven and knowing how to market show successfully. Levels of success, for example, Suits, while the latter is previously known how to handle and grow a popular franchise. Well, it's more hit and miss. If you have access to BBC's iPlayer, then you're in great shape because the Hooniverse Hub has older and newer seasons and a lot more. Yeah, from 60. Yeah, we know that. Brickspot, Fast Channels, Roku, blah, blah, blah. As the 60th anniversary specials and most recent 2 seasons, they're available to stream on Disney+. BBC Studios really committed. Crucial partner. The publication of the annual report and BBC is Tom Fassel made it clear they're really committed. Oh, God, really? Okay, it didn't get more interesting. What happened was Doctor Who got more fucked. Really? Really? I mean, it generally got more fucked. And now I'm going to do a scan for Doctor Who stories before I move on to the next thing. I mean, God. Man, that is serious copium, that guy's up. No, I didn't want ratings. I know they're shit. We all know they're shit. News. Let's talk about data. So quick to see if anything new has popped up. Nothing interesting. No, nothing anybody's interested. Strictly Come Dancing. Signs up Doctor. No. Fugitive Doctor, New Era can finally explain. No one gives a shit about the Fugitive Doctor. Right? No one gives a shit. What's a reflection? All I can say is, I was approached very last minute. I can't talk about any capacity. I found it very emotional film. It's a really great ending. I mean, if you're not a Doctor Who fan, I guess so, right? Now, I think a much more interesting place she's coming to fandom is over here. Oh, hello. Every time I see that picture, I'm just like, how? When is the new Doctor? It's next week, I think. New Doctor Who magazine is out. Let's have a quick look. August 14th, 10 of your Earth days. Doing. Man, just I look at that and go, how did that happen? Time meddler. 60, here we go. Trip of a lifetime. Oh, cheer up, Chris. Come on. I just want you to be happy, mate. Picking up their all too brief run on TV, the Ninth Doctor and Rose Tyler finally reunited. Bit of Christopher Eccleston and Billy Piper talked to Richard Eccleston about the challenge of recapturing that magic. I hope they do it as a season with a season arc, not a bunch of standalones, right? That's my biggest hope, right? But they could really do it on screen again. I'd love to see. I mean, you could write your way around it, but they could really do it on screen again. Who were? When in January this year, Doctor Who magazine headed to North London to meet Christopher Eccleston and Billy Piper, or Camden. That's why he went to school. No one knew we'd be there. The plan was back then to simply announce a new 12-part audio drama series for Big Finish, where they'll finally reunited the Ninth Doctor and Rose Tyler back again. Less than 10 minutes walk from the TARDIS, where the TARDIS touchdown at the start of Rusty Davis's second stint. In the Starbase, they went to Camden Lock, right? The clock was being round back 20 years, I hope so, to when he resurrected the show in 2005. Today, Billy Piper, Billis returns to the series in the closing moments of the year. When was this? This was before she filmed it? It said February. January. So, yeah, this is... did she know she was going back then? Maybe. Team up with others. And attempt to create episodes can be seamlessly interpolated into the midst of their TV run. Well, they do it with Blake 7 very well. Rather than a collection of episodes curated in a box set, these stories will follow one directly from Father's Day. I might watch Father's Day tonight to get in the mood for it. Will be released episodically every other month. It was every month, right? But it's every other month now because they're on their ass. I don't think they're recording. Doctor Who magazine visits Fitzroy Post Studios. Production is underway for the 7th episode, Dark Tides by Tim Foley. At the center of the outer space adventure is Dr. Vivian Rest, played by it's a female villain. Oh, okay, what a shock. Known for roles in Smack the Pony and Two Doors Down. She was fantastic, says Chris. She had a great time walking the board. Oh, I worked with Dude 1998. I think it was on a film. This will be Michael Winterbottom's With or Without You, apparently. I haven't seen her since, but we picked it up. It's great. It's great. I always enjoy it when guest actors come in and chew the scenery. I get a lot of Cassandra vibes, says Billy, comparing Vivian to the last human. Okay, yeah, she's a female villain. I think the character is brilliant and obviously different from Cassandra. Well, there's a lot of connection in her style. Let's say. I just really hope this is good. Genuine. I want this to be good. I don't want it to fail. Right? I really genuinely want this to be good. Oh God, I hope it's not shit. Because look, Big Finish. May. It hasn't been a good 10 years. Big Finish. I was doing my 10-year review. Right, from 2015, I only did half it. I'm gonna have to do the rest later this week, maybe. But like 2020 was the absolute pits, right? 2020 was when it got worse than you could possibly imagine, right? And for some reason, we thought we were coming out of it. Then we thought it would have calmed down once Biden won. No, it got worse. Oh, but I think 2020 was like the plateau. It was the plateau for awful. And then when Doctor Who came back in 2023, it seemed so dated because it was out of date by 2021. Really? Yeah. 2021 is when people said no more. I think that's when the Bud Light boycott happened, right? And people just said no fucking more. What year was the Bud? Yeah, that was the start of the Bud Light, and maybe it was 2022. But that really was the beginning of the end of woke. Yeah, let's have a look. Let's ask Grok. When was the Bud Light boycott? Searching. Please stand by. 2023. Blimey, that was the end of it. Okay, but still April. It was a good 6 months. Out of date. It just looks so old. It looks so dated. That was really the problem. It just looks so dated. Oh, God bless it. Oh man, I forgot to get to it. Didn't. Never mind. Walmart says that Big Finish in October is 30. Ouch, that's a lot. So presumably the range will still be a seller for Big Finish. I don't know. I haven't actually bought any of those for a long time. Last one I got is when he was in the asylum and I couldn't get through it. I was too bored. Escape from Reality was very good though. That's the last one I got. It must be strange making something new, having lived the character for all those years, and now trying to capture something of how things were. For Rose in particular, back then. Oh, come back. Rose in particular, back then, she was learning the ropes. Later, the character was more cocky, says Billy. Well, Rose was always, I think, more stroppy than cocky, right? Streaming rights to the back catalogue will be a stronger lever to a partner to want to invest in new series. I agree with you. Absolutely, David Mullen. The 89 series ended with some dignity. Not like this. That is true. So, and it ended like with a fandom being unified in the New Adventures. That was the official continuation. Cocky, yeah, I love that art for. I suppose what I experienced was as an actor was mirroring what was happening on the stories, because I got really green and wide-eyed. It was one of my first big jobs as an actor. Yeah, no, it changed your life. She often said, "No, this is my youth," right? Which I think is really nice for her. Right, and it is. She thinks about being young. Yeah, this is her 20s, so early 20s for that matter. She was what, 22? Like 22 to like 24. She played like, so that's a really good time of life, right? And I think Doctor is very associated with that for her. I also wanted to be an actor, so it was a really big deal for me. I felt unsure of myself, but with a huge thirst for what was happening. Then for series 2, because the show had been such a huge success, everyone was pumped up and adrenalized. Yeah, which they were not getting. You're not getting for series 3 of RTD2, obviously. Here I want Rose to still have the youth and curiosity, but she's not as long in the she's not as long in the tooth at this point. She's still new. So what's it like being 19 again? She wasn't 19. She was like 23, I think, 22, 23. Yeah, it's a bit weird. It's a bit like coming back to it because I want you to go out all night drinking. Because your voice changes quality, the tone of your picture voice changes. I've had 3 kids since playing Rose Tyler, and I think that drops you an octave or two. Well, yeah, it does make your eyes water at the very least. Chris is always finding his way back to character he portrayed on screen. Well, I mean, it's easier for him, right? You know, like the only actor I've really noticed their voice get much older is Gareth Thomas, right? Yeah, who did? His voice just got much older. That and the guy played Sergeant Knight, Captain Knight from Web of Fear. They inexplicably brought him back and he sounded 102. So it's a bit weird. Had 3 kids. Whenever there's a chance, and it doesn't happen a lot, to deepen the backstory, I always relish that. I enjoy work. I really like working with David Warner. What was he in? In Time of Immortal. I forgot they were in that together. We were dealing with the mythology of Doctor and its backstory. What was Time Lord Immortal? What is that one? Hang on, I'm going to look it up. Time Lord it was the Once and Future. I forgot Billy Piper was in that. I was Christopher Eccleston. He was in that with David Warner. Yeah, it was a real waste. I remember it was a real waste of opportunity. Quite a poor script. Now, Once and Future was actually pretty darn good. That it was the best 60th anniversary thing, that is for sure. So, doing a mythology doctor backstory. We're using what the audience know from the relationship from the 13 episodes we did. If Billy and I worked together on a second, we could probably leave that behind and have adventures as they occur without reference to that. I mean, I would like them to be able to find some conceit for re-aging them to their current ages, right? I think, and please, there's hundreds of ways you can do it. It certainly is. After they kept us waiting, neither Chris nor Billy imagined in 2005 they'll be doing back 20 years later. The show says tip of the iceberg, isn't it? Said Chris. Thinking back, I hadn't given it any thought. Terrible Chris accent. I wasn't aware of the whole industry. I didn't know. I wasn't even aware of Big Finish was going then. So no, it didn't occur to me. What did occur to me at the time was once you're the Doctor, you're always the Doctor, and that is true. Apart from Jodie Whittaker and Judy Gatwa and whatever her name is, Joe Martin. That was true. That was true on it, but yeah, Jodie Whittaker's not the Doctor. No matter how much they keep trying to insist that she is, right? Far Right by a Player, we watched the first 8 episodes of the Ninth Doctor run, and we're ready for the first episode. I'm just going to go with Father's Day, Snail. Also written by the prolific Tim Foley, who I think is normally very good. It features a young man called Kevin. Readers may recognize Alex Austin from 2020's Essential Assignment. I won't. 2020 was a bad year for Big Finish. Who was estranged from a recently deceased father. Rose is an old friend and giving her a heart-rending farewell to her own dad. Oh, okay, that's a nice idea. Yeah, Robert Mill. Just cheer up, Chris. Just cheer up. Things aren't so. They actually are so bad. You live in England. But they're bad because of your stupid politics. I'm sorry. Preceding story, she's the ideal position for being empathic. I found the story quite moving, says Billy. Just as me, I found the episode today quite upsetting. I mean, it's a great way in post Father's Day. And they're the Blake 7. They did this, and they literally dropped 2 excellent seasons in the towards the end of season 4, right? Season D, whatever you want to call it. I mean, it's really good. So as far as really poorly during the shooting of Father's Day, I'm sorry to hear, which is my favorite episode. It's a Doctor-like episode, but it's precisely the kind of thing I would do if I met the Doctor. I would travel back to bomb sites in Salford and see my mum and dad playing amongst them. I wouldn't want to go to ancient Rome. Well, I could do both. I'd want to go to Salford in the 30s. I mean, fuck me, Chris. And see my parents. Okay. Did they die early or something? This being Doctor Who, of course. There's other worldly elements coming to play. Illustrating on the cover of this is exotic alien flora. The funny thing about the recording that one, says Chris, if you look outside, there's a look on the roof that it's covered with vegetation. The subterranean corridors of Fitzroy Post are decorated with vines and creepers. I keep thinking about it whenever we take a break and come back in. I thought, it's happening! Okay. Elsewhere, we're rather more familiar in rather more familiar territory. Snail and a number of episodes in the story takes us back to Rosa's own power state, which I am kind of happy about. Both Chris and Billy have fond memories of shooting scenes in South London's Brandon Estate, a real-life location. I really like filming there, says Billy. I thought everything was in Cardiff. I didn't think that was in London. I like knowing that it was a location that if I wanted to in future, I could take myself back to because It's not far from me. Well, no, it's okay. Coasting that line of domesticity and sci-fi is what gives the series so much. I mean, that really is very unique of the RTD1, which again I think is very archetypal Doctor Who. Haven't been able to bring myself to watch it, for years, but it was excellent. Right? I'm not going to denigrate it now because of RTD2, but I just can't bring myself to watch it anymore. Sadly, again, I think I might go for Father's Day tonight. I also said, Chris, having come from a similar kind of estate myself, I wanted youngers to invest. They need to see it so they can be it. Plotting there in an order. Yeah, that was a great innovation, Rusty Davis. I agree with him. Again, anybody had any sense, they'll get Dine & Buff to animate, Rusty Davis's new adventure adapted by Big Finish, Damaged Goods, right? As a Christmas special, it would go great guns. I'm sorry. And you'll have it as cheap as chips. Right, I reckon you would have it for under $100,000, and Dino Puff will be ecstatic, like literally ecstatic, because it's basically $100,000 profit for him. All right, that's the beauty of the show. We can deal very much in present-day Earth as we know it, and we can travel to other areas. I think we got a good balance of block of Earthbound Adventures and Far-Flung Adventures. Well, that's what you need. And then back on Earth, it'll be a cry. We didn't hear Rose's mum, Jackie Tyler, who loves Camille Kadori. And yes, I totally would. There's a strange band in my bedroom. Well, she's 20 years younger, but still very hot. Didn't get involved. The Doctor and Jackie sometimes have a fractious relationship, but Chris can see through to the heart of it. He loves her. But he also understands that Rose needs to get away, as he does. I love Camille. She's such a positive person. I bet she is. Yeah, it's always good and easy, says Billy, working her on-screen mom. I really miss Tone when I did Series 1. And she has maternal energy. I relish seeing her. I always do. She's a real mama. She's got that Italian vibe. Oh, who's calling? It's probably junk. Yeah, it's just junk now. There we go. Doink. Come on, Gordon. She is very hot. And again, I loved how just one of my favorite parts of RTT1, right? And she had no idea what was going on. She was mad as a brush. It was just great. That one does very well. Big Finish will have great skill built by their empire, celebrating Doctor Who's many, many triumphs in the past. Well, they haven't been so good at that in recent years, mate. In this case, Leighton says Big Finish will really lean into the Ninth Doctor nostalgia by reintroducing the Autons. Ooh, okay. By the way, if so, we can find it. This is excellent. Where was it? It was Doctor Who 40, Volume 2, wasn't it? Doctor Who. Right, no, it was a Peter Davison thing. Let me see if I can find it. That's the Big Finish website. I just wish it was better. Really, that's really what I just wish it was better. Here I do. Sort by recent first, because it was relatively recent. It was like a few years ago. Back. There we go. 40 volume 2. There you go. I don't know why that didn't come up on the search. So here, let me share the screen over here. This is a freaking awesome, absolutely decently priced as well. Fifth Doctor Alton story. It's one of the best I've ever heard. Actually, it's really, really good. Who wrote this? Tim Foley, right? It's how many episodes? 3 this long, so it's like it's a good chunky 6-7 parter, right? And it does really interesting thing with the Autumn mythos. It has Chameleon in it, has the Brigadier, has the Master, the Any Master. Autumn. It's really good, right? Really good. Now this is a sequel to this set, 40 Volume 1, which is also pretty good, but not as good as 40 Volume 2. Right, it's got a good Ice Warrior story on it and a direct sequel to Tomb of the Cybermen. But yeah, where is it? Alton story, just absolutely excellent, right? Big recommend. But it's not simply a case of recycling what's done before. Something a bit different. Both that's what I really liked about that Peter Davison Alton story, right? It really it pushed the Alton mythos in a new direction, right? Also, on broader topics. Yeah, it's very complex. Chris, summation of another episode that won't be out until next year. It's not to reveal too much in early stage. We meet the Altons again and the nesting from my first episode. Well, the one you killed, right? You prepared a perfect environment for the nesting in the oceans full of plastic, and the place is overheating. The new series has always done that kind of thing. Yeah, they've done it very badly recently. I think you got to do it without soapboxing. Well, sadly, that hasn't been the case for a long time, and I think that's really hurt Doctor Who, right? And again, just like the weird gratuitous violence of what was it, season 1984, season 22, Colin Baker's first. That was brought in to fill the vacuum left of talent and story. Same here, wokeness was brought in to fill that vacuum left of talent and story. Also up for the topic is the topic AI, which wasn't really troubling back in the days when I saw Big Finish was doing something with AI. And people are freaking out about it, which wasn't really troubling us back in the days when Rose Tyler was trying to get her Nokia mobile to make a trans-temporal call. Chris and Billy, as it turns out, have similar views on technology and how it affects our lives. It's very current, isn't it, when talking about AI? Keir Starmer's talking about it at the moment. I know how threatening people are, how threatening it is to people, to myself and others, the replication of voice and performance. Oh, yeah. Oh, we do that all the time. Yeah, you're basically out of a job. I forgot about that. I mean, you really are basically out of a job. That's something we're going to be talking about tomorrow. I forgot to get to it today. Fascinating new development in entertainment, right? That's going to be in that first half hour tomorrow, right? Fascinating, right? Mind-blowing, in fact, about what's coming. Performance. I'm really a bit of a Luddite about these things and the internet generally. I'm very pleased that I grew up without all that. Yeah, your life was better. Honestly, I'm not in favor of the online safety bill. I'm all on board with prohibiting children getting into online porn. And basically, I think they should just ban online porn. Free online porn, you have to pay for it, you pay for it. You don't, you don't. Have a put a paywall on everything, right? I'm a real strong believer in that. But can't you have a bill that doesn't give you permission to censor anti-government speech, right? Completely illegal anti-government speech, and to spy on anybody who might dare step out of line and oppose the government talking points. Right. I know that in our world, at times the AI is really useful and cost-effective, offers Billy, but also it's a bit troubling. Yeah, no, everything's going to change. I try not to engage with the concept of AI, which may be neglectful, but I just can't stress out on it. Yeah, no, everyone's losing their jobs, not just you. I'll do what I need to, but I'm not very techie. I still read books that I can touch. I learn lines from paper scripts. That I understand. I totally understand. It makes me sound like a Puritan, but no, it's much easier to read from it's a physical thing. But I'm even thinking about getting a Nokia. I was just thinking today that I just want to reject all of it. It's not been good for us, right? The reason is I want to reject all of it because I had a much greater sense of freedom without it. That's true. My son's school now says no more phones, and I'm pleased about that. Says Chris, to the influence social media is having. I think it's slowly seeping through that there's more bad than good. I think they're absolutely true, right? I think it's absolutely right. It is perhaps fair to say that, I mean, but again, for these laudable reasons, this incredible draconian socialism, right? I mean, totalitarianism is rearing its head in England, All right. It is perhaps fair to say that there is overall at least optimism that the TV episodes that in this revival has been supplanted with some darker themes. Listen, guys, you got to stop pretending, that the world's ending, right? That you're being occupied. You're in occupied Germany, right? You've got to stop with that nonsense. Honestly, it's cray, right? It really, genuinely is cray. But he sees it like this. We just made the Doctor Who that we made 20 years. If we just made the Doctor Who we made 20 years, it will feel slightly disingenuous because things are so different then. Yeah, happier. Even 20 years ago to what we're experiencing now. Yeah, what you mean? Yeah. See if I can let me find a clip from Rose. Because the London you viewed in Rose doesn't exist anymore. Right, that is gone. That's a thing of the past. Let me pull it up. That great montage scene at the beginning. There we go. Doctor Who. There's that folder. Doink. Ninth Doctor. Rose. There we go. Yeah, I like the opening really demonstrated that they're like, oh, we got real special effects. This is a great little opening, by the way.
Bye. See you later.
Yeah, London, now it's got like anti-Israel marches going down. Kill the Jews! Yeah, London doesn't look like that anymore. And I'm sure this is a car. Yeah, London doesn't look like that. And look, she would have been filled up by 3 immigrants by now. Right, yeah. Look at all these white faces. Yeah, people destroyed London. Look, English people. That's why London doesn't look like anymore. Full of English people, full of Londoners. I love how young they were then. Yeah. You're having a laugh, darling. That is not what London looks like anymore. God, we were so much more positive than yes, because your idiot politics destroyed the world. Oh, Donald Trump is the worst thing ever. No, you just went fucking crazy. People have been profoundly affected by social media. It's so normalized. Well, yeah, anti-Semitism is totally okay now. Everyone is a lot more heavy-hearted. Not really. It's not hard to say. It's not to say we don't have a capacity for joy. I do think we absolutely do, but we ignore where we are right now, which is a completely different experience. Yeah, look, most people are actually kind of happy with the direction the world's going. I mean, not people in England, obviously. But being in America, most people in America are very happy with normality returning. I'm writing things at the moment, and I can't believe how affected I am by the state of the world because it's featuring filtering through all the writing. Sometimes you just don't understand how much stress you're receiving from reading your news. Yeah, I do. Especially as the news is always a pack of fucking lies anyway. Your experience in life and how affecting it is. You can see they come up with writers' work wherever they're writing. It appears that everyone's art, even if it's deeply buried. Adolescence, that was garbage. Yeah, exactly. Force feeding you this garbage message that white people are evil, right? It was a brilliant show. I mean, look how it was done. Michaela calls I may destroy you. I've never had an interest. Aired on BBC One 2020. It's always a bad sign. There was a lot of examples of shows that deal with things that could go that we would have found very hard to talk about 20 years ago. I wish you would. You know what? Let's wrap this up tomorrow. I'm running out of steam big time. Right, I'm going to wrap this up tomorrow. We've got to talk about this incredible advancement in technology. Right, there's Amazon putting a ton of money into. Right, sorry, to screw for not paying for sourcing videos. I really think that's fair. Like what? How much is it? Pay you like $5 a month? I just don't think kids should be able to be watching. We should have unfettered access to porn, and it's not like recently tame 70s porn. Right nowadays, it's disgusting. I know. Stephen Braddock's definitely ordering Night Socks and Rose set Love the Year. I just ordered the first one, so and it comes out on Wednesday. Fine. This is amazing. So in this interview, we were reading it yesterday. They were talking about their fears for AI and how they don't really understand it, right? Well, the AI revolution I've been predicting, we are a gnat's whisker away. Check this out, right? This is absolutely incredible. Which I really want to be able to sign up for this service. Where is it? Doink.
Just a tool in the toolbox. It's a competitor. People sometimes say, well, AI is just a pencil. I don't know any pencils that stand up and write by themselves. Creativity is at a Deep Blue and Kasparov moment.
We were trying to prove that it was possible to build a chess machine that could beat the best human player in the world.
Because we didn't build Deep Blue to make chess players better, and we didn't build AlphaGo to make Go players better. We built it to win. It's a completely new medium, and it's going to push you to be more creative.
I'm not interested in AI as recreating a process that we already have and already works. I'm way more interested in...
Yeah, this is it. The way of making TV is going to completely change.
AI creating something that would have otherwise been impossible without it. Let's make something new that has never been done before.
It's going to transform Hollywood, but in a much bigger way. It's not going to just be a way to make movies cheaper. Movies and TV shows are going to become playable. Showrunner is magic.
Creators can give their shows to all of their fans. Once a show is up on Showrunner, fans can come in, they can add themselves into shows, they can create more episodes.
Showrunner is grounded in a simulation of the world. You're actually getting to tell your stories about what's going on in the world that week, that day, that hour.
Let's say you don't like how a season ended, you can just go in and change it. We want to be able to find that person who might have not gotten a chance and give them an actual platform.
Yeah, I mean, like they say, you can literally make your own TV shows, right? Showrunner lets you generate playable animated TV shows from text prompts. I can't wait.
To make something. If you make a show and it goes on Showrunner, every single time a user generates more content from your show, the creators of that world are getting paid for those generations.
Imagine a Netflix of AI where people are telling their own stories.
So one of the things we've been telling creators is...
So, let's say, for example, I want to do a Dan Dare meets Buck Rogers type of thing, right? So I would have some kind of World War II Spitfire pilot go get caught in a time rift and end up in the 27th century, right? And that's basically it. But then, people will be able to... make their own episodes for it, right? There's all these concepts. I like coming up with concepts.
Is don't just think of a story you want to tell, think of a world that you want to build.
Everyone can just have at it, and they can start to tell their own version, their own story, one-up each other.
All of our beta users have created this community within themselves, but together they're making full seasons of these TV shows, and they're making each other laugh, and they're even getting to know each other. We have all these chat channels where everybody's actually talking to each other, and that's just been really, really cool to watch.
This is the future of TV and movies.
A character truly live is the greatest artistic quest. And that's going to transform movies, that's going to transform TV, that's going to transform gaming. And we're just at this very little sliver of it with Showrunner, but we're at the beginning.
Yeah, and so it's only, you have to do animated stuff right now. but like we're not far away from it being photorealistic prompts. By the way, I forgot to show you this. Hang on, share screen. So people are constantly looking for new ways of bringing back the lost stories. Here is presented yet another one. Where is it? Share screen, Chrome tab, doink. Right, it won't let me download it, but here, let me wind it back. Now, is this AI or is this claymation? I don't know. It could totally be claymation. Look, for me, it doesn't work at all, right? Without being a dick, right? But people are trying to do so much. Like my go-to versions of Doctor Who right now are always Matrix editions. This is playing in a loop. And what time we get to? Yeah, it is just playing in a loop. Yeah, 1 second. Doink. Which he's just finished season 17 of. If you felt gypped, by the way, by the Blu-ray release of season 7, Matrix edition, was it Cunning Monkey has your back. Like, he's done fabulous re-edited versions, which, again, I like them because I've seen the story so many times. I kind of just want to get the highlights, my favorite bits. But the edits are actually very good. His new effects on the Silurians are fantastic. And Ambassadors of Death. And, like, that they weren't included in that Blu-ray set is absolutely ridiculous, right? And he put the BBC to shame by it. I'm glad I downloaded it right before they get an injunction from the BBC, because it's just, again, it puts them to shame, right? It absolutely puts them to shame. Anyway, so he's just finished season 17. You got season 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14. I guess it'll do 13 when the Blu-ray comes out. 14, 15, and it'll do 16. 7. He just finished season 17, and now he's saying he's moving on to season 18. Which I think it's good news, quite frankly. I love seeing that. And again, his re-edits are really good, right? For me, somewhat, my go-to version of them. I like his edit of Shada as well, right? It's much better than the movie version, and it's certainly better than the episodic. The episodic version is turgid, right? Absolutely turgid, right? And he adds new effects in. If that's the sort of thing you're into, which I am, he does it very well. But the point is this: it's all fan made, and fan made is the future, right? And I've been saying that for the last few years, right? Because it very obviously is. Hey, check this out. There we go. Maltese penguin. Yeah, so there's an animation of the Big Finish from a shot. It
says private investigator. And if the money is even righter, I'm the guy who'll look the other way when he gets them.
It's a bit Dick Spanner, but it's not really my thing. But I love this is what fans are doing. Yeah, let's have a look at this. I bet this bit's going to be good.
Grimy, isn't it?
I like it grimy.
Well, yes, I know, but there's grime. There's grime, isn't there? I mean, are the walls meant to be that shiny brown, or is it something growing on them?
Perhaps you could tell me what it is you want, Doc?
I had employed the doctor as my assistant on numerous occasions. He might not look like much, but underneath the unruly curly hair and the garish multicolored coat, there is a mind with a deductive skill nearly equal to my own. I strictly work freelance, but I was so impressed by his potential that I had many times considered offering him full-time.
Again, it very good work. It doesn't work for me, right? And I do not mean that any kind of diss by that whatsoever, because it's great work, right? Genuinely very good work. Anyway, so yeah, they were talking about AI in this interview yesterday, and I was like, We should really look at that before we get into this, because this is where entertainment's going. I have to tell you, look, there's something just so charismatic about Billie Piper, and it's not merely she's hot; she exudes warmness, and it's kind of like, it makes you want to watch things with her in it, and it makes it what you want them to succeed. On a more positive note, it feels like the modern world phenomenon that Big Finish should be happy with is the rise of the podcast, right? And the stock of the audio medium, audio as a medium. Look, Big Finish, Audible needs to buy them to get their catalog. Essentially, that's their only real pay. Because here, look at this. Right, speaking of full cast audio drama, Audible's Harry Potter series unveils premiere dates and cast. Hugh Laurie as Dumbledore, Matthew McFadden as Voldemort. That's really good. Riz Ahmed as Snape. I bet that's good too. And more. So when's this coming out? Got some more 200 voices. Free trial. Hey, when is it? And I think this is just a good idea. And I hope they do more of these. I hope they do the James Bond movies. Right? Casting, blah, 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 announced in April 2024. I remember that, but I totally forgot about it. So, Professor Michelle Gomez as McDonald. That's very good. That is very good. Kush Jumbo, The Good Fight, lends her voice as the narrator for the 7-book series. Shame it as the narrator. That's a bad sign. Because it's from a literary background. When's this coming out? Young actors playing Audio 47. I don't know. When does this come out? Because I will sign up to Audible for this. Tuesday, November. I'm going to subscribe to Audible for this. Absolutely. And then they release another one in December and January. Blimey. Wow. This is designed to keep you a member. Look at that. They go for the entire range. I'll do that with the Dune books. That'd be awesome. But anyway, look, Big Finish. I've been doing a guide with them, and it's not been good news, right? Their quality is very, very, very down. I'm hoping that the Chris Eccleston ones will be good, but their quality is really down. They got such an incredibly good catalog. So I hope they are able to sell be bought out by Audible, right, and have their catalog put on their service. Right? Man, this is an ambitious project. And they also did the 2000 AD stuff as well. Let's see. Audible 2000 AD audiobooks. Let's see what ones they have. Judge Dredd versus Death. I don't think I listened to that one. Origins, that was a good one. The Pit, I love. Year One. America. Wow, okay. What's according to Audible mean? Judge Anderson. They did Rogue Trooper. No, I haven't heard Nemesis. Fall of Dead World. I bet that's good as well. Brink was excellent. Oh. Anderson Year One, but this is they did Slain as well the first year, and it was their first season. Let's see what we got. Listen now. Hang on. Yeah, there. Slain was excellent. This really was good. Man, I'm joining Audible. Rogue Trooper. I don't think I heard that one before. Look. Frankly, way more interesting to me than Big Finish. Sadly, my Big Finish buying is down. Here, what we got coming out this month? I think I'm getting the Jodie. Not the Jodie. God forbid. This is only 3 years ago, and this was actually a good release. But the trouble is the amount of good releases just got fewer and fewer and fewer and fewer. Okay, we'll get to it soon. Esobaros, so we're about to Urban Explorer podcast, and it's Razor Stock. Yeah, fine. One of the new episodes includes a character described as the Urban Explorer, who is a podcaster of a sort. Do Chris and Billy listen to podcasts? Billy, we know, name drops the acclaimed podcaster and psychotherapist Esther Perel in her award-winning Channel 4 series I Hate Susie. Esther Perel is somebody both Lucy Preble, Billy's friend and co-writer, and I've been obsessed with for years. I love podcasts. I went through a sort of podcast addiction through lockdown, post-lockdown. It's a very common story, right? It's a very common story. Oh, here we go, this month. Sky, no. River Song, no. Woke Six Doctor, no. Yeah, Billy and Chris, I'll give you a go. Dark Gallifrey, you have screwed that pooch, mate. All right. I'm really on the fence about this one. First Doctor, Knights Around Table. I'm probably I'm more likely to get Axon. Maybe these two. They're the two I'm interested in. Fourth Doctor, no. I would illegally download it to see if it's any good, and it doesn't look like it's going to be very good. And Bernie Summerfield, I stopped with the last series. So yeah, man. I would probably get this. I probably wouldn't get the Seventh Doctor. Oh no, this Wicked. Oh, please no. War Masters well off the boil. This I'll probably get, and the home stuff I'll probably get. Man, I wish I was more of a reader, because I bet these books are good, but they're expensive, man. They're really expensive. Right, this is the standard edition is $30. I mean, that is expensive. Anyway, so come back here. Yes, the Peril. Don't know anything about. Was Brimmill coming? I done what I always do, which is just go heavy on something and then kind of reject it because it's too much. It was getting out of hand. Mel Robbins' podcast, I remember a lot of Huberman Lab, but again, it creates stress in me. Really? I sit there thinking I should understand my son's algebra more. Why? Amygdala more? I'm okay. You know what I mean? I don't need this information, so I'm back listening to the radio again. Well, again, I like YouTube basically. I don't do podcasts, says Chris. No, no bloody time. Oh, I'm wishing that I could go back in time to 1997 in Salford. Like, why? Oh, I want to go somewhere windswept and interesting. Really, yeah. You can't think anyone windswept into Salford in 1997. Is there any more war into the Salford in 1997? Well, okay then, Chris. Good for you. I've been a music obsessive. Chris, mate, you're obsessive about everything. So when people listen to podcasts, I'm listening to music. That's my thing. Reggae, funk, ska and soul. But no, I'm not a podcast person. I know I should be. Why? Because most of my friends are. I don't do audiobooks either. I read. I'm pretty old fashioned. I like to read a book. I don't want to listen like a big Jesse. Okay. Chris recently was a guest on BBC's for a good read. Also available as a podcast, along with the international editor of Channel 4 News, Lindsay Holzer. Bloody hell. Did she change it out of her Nazi uniform? Right. I bet she loves Jews. Right. You know. The international editor of Channel 4 News loves Jews. Oh God, yeah. She loves saying they should all die. And host Harriet Gilbert. All three of them had interesting things to say about the books. Each of them chose to highlight. Oh, okay. What not books he chose to highlight? Oh, Salford in 1873. Really? Yeah, it's interesting stuff for me. Why? Nothing happened. It was lovely. There was a nice, quiet year, 1870. Nothing happened at all, and people were fine. Okay, Chris. Doesn't sound that interesting. No, it wasn't interesting, but oh, by gummy. Well, I love radio, he says, explaining how the timeless medium radio has given him a love of the audio play. As he has said on previous occasions, he first became mesmerized during the power cuts in the mid-70s when because of your insane politics, Chris, right? That was your insane. That didn't just happen. That was your insane politics. That swept Margaret Thatcher into power and kept her in power. You know, like Labour only really gets in. Real Labour only gets in once a generation, right? Although I don't think Labour and Conservatives are ever coming back. The Conservatives, their only hope, I think, is to recruit Rupert Lowe, right? Genuinely, I think their only hope is to recruit Rupert Lowe. For my parents, pre-television, everything their news of the Second World War, both the beginning and the second, came from the radio. My dad, to the end of his life with his dementia, could still say various things that were tropes on the radio. So I'm very invested into listening. Okay. That's one good thing about the rise of the podcast audio. It's coming out tomorrow, I believe. Right? I hope it's good. I'll review on Thursday. As human beings, they are so much more active in that. There's an advert on TV at just the right moment. By the way, Audible does Sandman as well. That's way better. I have to tell you, that's way better. Sandman. Yeah, than the Netflix version. Weirdly, the audio version is way better. Yeah, I'm sorry. I think look, big finish. Catch you later, baby. Let's see what else it recommends if I check on Sandman. Good Omen, not really interesting ghost stories. Well, I like Stephen Fry reading things. Oh man, these are all just books on tape, I guess. Jeff Wayne's War of the World, nothing really that interesting. And of course, you got all the Doctor Who books on tape as well. Yeah. Why am I doing an ad for Audible? But I think it's really like talk me into it. Hang on. Yeah, man, Puffin Cloud. God, I don't want those. I don't want those Puffin Classics. No. See, now you convinced me not to join. But yeah, I will get the album Compendium 1. All right. This is worth joining. Death Comes to Time. That if you haven't heard it, it's worth a listen. It's interesting new take on Doctor Who. All right. The Dalek Collection, the one written by William Russell was great on that, doing Dalek Invasion of Earth. And John Colcher doing the Alien Master is perfect, right? Okay, again, why am I doing an advert for Audible? I don't know. Because it's better than Big Finish. And sadly, it is. Oh, God, it breaks my heart to say that. Sadly, it is. How long do they have the rights to? I think it's like 2030 or something like that. That's one good thing about the rise of the podcast and audiobooks. Human beings, we're so much more active in that. There's an advert on TV at the moment. Somebody is on the tube, and they're suddenly in a jungle. That's what we do. I love to do that. It's a very different skill. I worked for a few years with a number of actors who were doing BBC radio rep, and their skills are amazing. Their mic technique. They won't make eye contact with you, but they're doing it all because they're doing it vocally. Well, okay. The question, what's next for Billy and Chris, is the last one. Obviously, the interview was conducted. Billy wasn't in a position to give Doctor Who magazine the scoop that she's the new Doctor or something. We still have to wait and see if she returns as 60. No, it's not going to happen. I mean, unlikely. Very unlikely. If indeed that is what she is, who knows? In fact, when we spoke, she indicated that currently she's been focused on writing. She's recently been writing a romantic comedy. I think the isolation of writing is what really suits me and my family more. Well, again, look, if you have the opportunity to get your stuff in produced, which you do because you're Billy Piper, Good, yeah. I'm sort of green in that world. It feels like acting did when I first started doing Doctor Who. I love acting, but there's lots of ways of giving yourself away all the time. It's outward facing. Well, you didn't give yourself away in Doctor Who. I thought you were excellent, darling. Nevertheless, we asked her about the current series, and it's clear that it holds a strong appeal for her. Rusty Davies is clearly somebody who she holds in the highest regard. Well, we all did until we watched his Doctor Who the second time round, which you clearly didn't do, Billy. And also, he's your mate. I get it. It feels so high concept now. You mean like stupid? Commenting on the recent series, it's become even more other than it has been. Yeah, I mean, what? No one's fucking watching it. Yeah, when you say other, queer, right? Queer. It's just become, it's all about identity. We asked her if she enjoyed the big musical number, if she would have enjoyed a big musical number in 2005, when she was concentrating on her career in acting. She said, probably not. I reject all of that period of time, but I really miss live music, theatre, and performance that way. I would have literally danced in everything if I could. By contrast, Chris has been working on a psychological thriller of an actor called Out of the Dust. Well, that's nice. It's set in present-day religious cult. It's very stark and depressing. Really, Chris? Who'd have guessed? Really? Yeah, stark and depressing. I play a corrupt alcoholic leader. Well, of course you do. It's quite a strong drama with a lot led by some very good young actors. He's also involved in another project by Big Finish Red Lisa McMullen. Tell me more. I work with Dr. Big Finish. She sent me a script which I've attached myself to. Oh, well, good for her. Blimey. Good for her. And we're trying to get a budget. It's called Hear Me Roar. Anna Frill, Emma Thompson, and myself are attached. Blimey. I think you'll probably be okay. It's one of those independent British films, very contemporary story about transgender women. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. Don't make Chris. Woke is dead. You proved that. Doctor Who died. Right? Because woke is dead. Don't know. Nobody wants transgender women stories. We're done with it. We've had all we can bloody deal with for the rest of our bloody life. Oh, how about transgender? No. How about not? Right? What about that for an idea? How about not? Somebody transitioned to the events of today and brought about a change in the British law. It's a true story, but Lisa has given a very comedic and human truth. I'm sick of trans stories. I'm not interested. I hope you don't get funding. And if you will, it'll be by some insane ideologue. In the meantime, Chris and Billy have enjoyed recapturing something of their past glories and indeed exploring new territory. I love playing a doctor generally. He does, I get that, says Chris when asked to sum up his feelings about being back. What I love about this is leading it, but stepping back for people, not least for his companion who did so much to help define. I don't think anybody needs to step back. I think you both got a reasonably good, presence, right? You don't need to turn down. Okay. It's great to work with Chris again, says Billy. It's nice having him engage with the Doctor world. Be sorely missed. He's been sorely missed. That is true. And second, do we have a preview of Snare? Hang on, that's reviews. Night Doctor and Rose, a return to the power state. It's a good place to start, frankly. I think we've gone over this really quite in quite some detail now. Right? It takes place right after Father's Day. I didn't watch it last night. That's going to be my viewing tonight. Right? 100%. It'll be my viewing tonight. What's this? The uneasy alliance between River Song, Beckons, and the least. The character wasn't meant to survive this long. It just can't take that much, dramatic tension. Okay, BBC Books. Yeah, just Big Finish is just on such a dramatic slide. Here, let's see what I'm planning on getting for the rest of the year. Okay, because I used to literally get everything every month. I'm really on the I don't know about this one. Knights of the Round Table. It doesn't sound like it'd be very good. The trailer really put me off. I'll probably get Alaxion, right? That sounds like one. And I'm sorry, Bernie. I got off at the Eternity Club, right? I heard it was woke, so bye. Yeah, and if I listen to Bernie Summerfield, I got good Bernie Summerfield to listen to. Operation Vengeance this year. This is something I will definitely. This has been a good range, right? Written by Tim Troyer and Nicholas Briggs. That's a good pedigree for a third Doctor story. I know a lot of people really don't like Nick Briggs. I think his writing's excellent, right? Wicked, no. These are like half-hour episodes, right? Aren't they? Sherlock Holmes Untold Stories. How much is it? Save money with a bundle. Well, how much is a bundle? Give me a hint. So you have this one. $33.18 for, I guess, the entire... How many episodes you get with that? I mean, again, mostly again is for, what's his name? The Jonathan Barnes, because Jonathan Barnes is writing it. I like Nick Briggs' Holmes. So you got 5 episodes. All set in England, 1913, apparently. Again, how long are these? Are these like half-hour episodes? Are they weekly? 30-minute episodes. 33 is that? Well, how is that over 2 months? Oh, well, but there's more over here. 8. Which one's Causeway? He's with India Fisher in this? Exploring the Best Friends, Audacity and... Oh, God, they're the worst. Anything will the Audacity range. She's one of the worst characters I've ever heard. And is this also part of it? I guess. Is this like a coda? Again, is the only way you can buy it with this $33 bundle? I guess it must be 8 parts. That's not, I guess, $33. Time Tunnel, no. Oh, no, there's 8. Fine. Yeah, you should get a whole other 8 parts. Yeah, and I'm afraid you chased me away from the 8th Doctor range. Oh, man, they moved this over to December. This is going to be... this is normally good. The 2nd Doctor Adventures. I guess it's Time War Doctor Rises. I got it here what it is. I didn't bother getting the last one. And again, I could illegally download all of them, right? I'm just not interested. Hopefully, I'll still be getting the 9th Doctor Adventures. But man, and I just... Oh, they're doing more Star Ops, right? Space Security Service, no thank you. Like, all these new ideas, I'm just so not interested in. Man, there is... not much on the ground unit. Okay, Stephen Noonan, Doctor Who. Fine, I like that one. I don't know. Not like the Halicon days, that's for sure. Maybe do the Nardo Adventures. That'll be a bad idea. Could the Doom Companion make a comeback? Okay, Matt Lucas has given Ross Lee Davis the idea for Nardo. Okay, Ross Lee Davis is gone. Doctor Who's been cancelled, and he wouldn't bring you back anyway, unless you suck his dick, which you probably would. Matt Lucas is gunning for the character. So how's it going to come back? Going on Cyborg for River Song and 12th Doctor, last one, Dr. Falls, blah, 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 Mondosian Sidemen. Detailing he lived to be 728 and enjoyed his life with his 6 wives. Okay. During the recent appearance on David Walliams' podcast, Making a Scene, Davis suggests that Nardo will not be making a return. Said, "You're kind of doomed. I worry about being left there because the Sidemen are on the way. However, Lucas added, you have the power. I won't, not anymore, he doesn't. I won't give it away, but I did give you an idea for Noel, didn't I? You did, a very nice idea, David said. It was something kind of interesting. I don't want to say, it's never going to happen, might as well tell us. Considering Nardal's fate, he wouldn't expect any time soon. Yeah, no. Really? No. It's just like, hey, here's a dumb idea. Yes, it is. Let's not do that, right? Let's not do that. Doctor Who, Christopher Eccleston reveals Billy Piper fears and insecurity ahead about Rose Debris. Well, I'm going to review this in a minute, and the performances were all both very strong. You know, that's something I can absolutely attest to. Oh, that reminds me, I've got to download the trailer for the next episode. Is fabulous. Let me try if I can grab that. Right, and that they put this out straight away. They did a very good job with it. Let me grab that. No. Man, you know, it's incredible. We're buying new furniture right now, and like my couches are just on their asses. The couches are just dead. You've had them for a long time. They're falling apart. And my son's expecting twins in a few months, and we want something more comfortable. We want rocking chairs so we can have with the babies when they come over, and make it more comfortable. My daughter-in-law to sit, that sort of thing. So every time I go anywhere, I click anywhere, I'm getting furniture ads. Like, really, stop with that. So this lightsaber blade will have an open hand on the end. Oh, okay. I don't know what that means, but okay. Darth Slappy. But excellent fun. They reunited. After 20 years of waiting, fans are getting to hear the Ninth Doctor and Rose back together again in the first of the audio dramas. To mark the release of the new adventure, Big Finish have released the behind-the-scenes video, including interviews with Eccleston, Piper, and director Helen Goodwin and producer Matt Fidden. The interview, Eccleston spoke about Piper's fears into the first season, but look, she just got back into it really easily, right? They both of them slided seamlessly back 20 years ago, and her voice sounded right. And by the way, I watched Father's Day the night before I watched this, which was a mistake because it made this one look so much worse. Sort of first word dramas. Kevin we'll look at it. We'll look at the synopsis when I get to review, which will be next. Okay, let's pull up that. Doink. There we go. Back here. Is it? No. Doink. There you go. So yes, this I think is probably one of the more exciting things going on in Doctor Who right now, which shows you how bad things are in Doctor Who right now. So this is the first of the Ninth Doctor adventures with Rose. Something that we've really wanted for a long time, because again, that era is fabulous. And I'm sorry, I specifically watched Father's Day the night before this came out, because this is set directly after Father's Day, and this whole mini season, the whole full season they're putting inside the first season, works very well. So, but the thing is, I forgot how fabulous Father's Day is, right? And it is fabulous, right? It's fabulous Doctor Who. Right? And it's very authentic Doctor Who, very original, very different, very emotionally charged, beautifully directed, great script. It was fabulous, right? And I'm very antagonistic to Rusty Davies and Rusty Davies Doctor Who right now, right? And then at the end of it, you had the trailer for The Empty Child. Here, let me see if I can pull out the trailer. That trailer was awesome. Oh my God. I was so excited by that trailer. Here, the one that comes at the end of this. And I was like, what a great era this was. And it really was. Here we go. Doctor Who, The Empty Child, next time trailer. Oh yeah, bingo. Doink. So I was really watching this in advance really did actually pump me up, right? It got me to love the era again, and it for good reason, right? I forgot how good it was. Really, genuinely, I forgot how much confidence, how much happiness there was going on in the world right then. The world was so much better. And you know why the world was better? Because of Rusty Davies and politics. The things that he's obsessed about hadn't taken over and destroyed the fucking world as yet, right? It made everybody miserable. There we go.
And why are we chasing it?
It's bold and dangerous, and about 30 seconds from the centre of London.
Where's that mean, Mummy? You mustn't let him touch
Scary,
her.
funny, exciting, well acted. Like, again, this was the first season, right? They were knocking it out the park.
I have my moments. They've all got the same injuries, right down to the scar on the back of the hand.
Physical injuries as plague.
Hello.
Hello. Shall we have a drink on the balcony?
It's so funny seeing like Captain Jack being heterosexual. And I do like the whole bit before this. Again, from memory, saying, "Oh, I love a bit of Spock," and that's what she gets with Captain Jack.
I like to think of myself as a criminal.
I bet you do.
She was great then. Oh, what an awesome time to be a Doctor Who fan. Listen, if you are as old as me and like you went through the wilderness years, you went through before the wilderness years, and we're going, Doctor Who, that's kind of shit in school, right? For me, it was easier with this McCoy years because everything got a bit better. In my druggy circles. So Kevin left the power state a long time ago. He wasn't going to be trapped there, but all these years later, he's back and cleaning out his dad's old flat. At least his neighbors, the Tylers are still there. But Rose has a strange new man in her life, and the doctor's going to show Kevin the world he never knew existed. Unfortunately, something ancient is stirring on the power estate. Perhaps Kevin will be trapped here after all. So I will call this mediocre, right? I will call this a 5 out of 10, right? It wasn't a knock it out of the park, wasn't a must listen to. It was a okay story. Essentially, you have this guy Kevin, who's a new character. They very clunkily write Mickey out, right? Oh, Mickey's in a band and they're doing a gig in Portsmouth or something. It says so. Mickey was never in a band. What's going on? I am buying the next one, right? The performances of Billy Piper and Chris Evans were excellent. They honestly, I think they could really headline another series right now, right? Like a 4-episode minute, and I think it'll get huge ratings. I mean, if it wasn't woke shit, but and again, you explain why they're both older. There's a way of doing it. So yeah, there's this guy who was very attached to the Tylers, who what's her name? Rose's mum. What's she called again? Jackie, right? Jackie was like very motherly too, right? Who looked after him a lot. He's his father was somewhat mentally ill, and he's dead now. He's cleaning out the flat, and there's some alien thing in there that makes life interesting, but it doesn't make life that interesting, quite frankly. It was like, this is a very by the numbers story, right? Didn't really do anything world shaking at all. But it's very nice, hearing them back together again. Is it a recommend? Well, for me, I'm a completist as much as I can be. But I was going to do a review of the whole Ninth Doctor range. Maybe we should do that. Again, it's not bad. It's just not great, right? I mean, that's really the fair thing. It's not great. Now, the best thing about it, however, was the trailer for the next one. And again, it's sad they're spreading these out over 24 months instead of 12 because, and I guess they're spreading that out over that much time because they can't. They're not doing well. That's my guess. But the did I not download it yet? Like the trailer for the next one, Last Days of Powerscape was fantastic. Let me grab that. It was Doink. Oh, Chadash B'Yisrael. Everything's always Chadash B'Yisrael. Fine. Oh, I already have downloaded it. Doink. There you go.
No wonder we couldn't tell what year it was. We're at a multi-dimensional para junction. A corruption in the flow of time.
Why is it here? Why the powerless state?
You felt a hand on your shoulder yet?
No.
No. Me neither.
It was the squatters who gave the killer his name. Them who drew these portraits.
This trailer just really brings you back to that era. I mean, the story might not be great. The trailer's fabulous.
Before they left, as a warning, they called him Mr. Fingers.
It fits so seamlessly into that era. I think it was very good, right? I think that worked very nicely. So I'm buying the next one. I am buying the next one. I just hope they get better, frankly. I mean, that's really it. They were. It wasn't unmissable Doctor Who, right? I mean, that's really the bottom line. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.